Hello folks, this is the unboxing of the IGWorks Uharvest indoor garden. It's about 16 inches wide, and with the top fully extended it goes to almost 3 feet. This is a nice little indoor garden if you don't have one. I've got the daddy of it, the iHarvest, which we've had for a couple of years. So I'm just going to go through this with you and show you the how to put it together. These are the LED lights, red and blue and white underneath. This is the planting tray. The pods go in it. It holds 12 pods. Ideally, you'd use it for herbs. I've got some cilantro and then lettuce and things that I'm growing in it right now just to see how it works. I'll make it all herbs after it's over, once I figure out what I'm doing with it. This next piece here, well, these are the pods. It comes with I think there's a couple extra, but there's 12 holes. There's at least 12 of these little plastic pods, and they hold the little dirt. It's not dirt really, but it's the planting pod that goes in it. So there's 12 of these. They're plastic. This whole system is super easy to use. Again, I've got the iHarvest. There's a little pack of chemicals that come with it. They are the same chemicals that come with the big one. So if you have both, you can just use the big chemicals when you're done. This is the main planting stem that holds the lights. There's also the plug on the bottom of it. You can see that right here. And I'll show you how that works, I think, in this video before it's over. And get all the tape off of it. This stem here, do I turn this? Yes, I do. It adjusts. You can see the top pulls up. And then there's two locking screws on the back. As you pull the thing up, you can continue to extend it as the plants get taller, and it will hold that. Very nicely designed. The guy who designed the iHarvest, he's figured these things out. This is a great way to do indoor hydroponic gardening. The next thing in the box is the little dirt-like pods. I don't know what exactly they're made out of, but they are not dirt. Very similar to the ones I use in the big iHarvest. And they'll, when you finish with that plant, you just throw the whole thing. I throw it all in the compost, so you can do what you want with it. Throw it in the trash. I compost it all. This next thing is just showing you how the little seed pod goes in there. You just shove it in. That's it. Nothing too complicated. Me messing around. I'm going to show you now how it actually works. The pod goes in. That's it. I could do it again in slow motion if I had a chance, just in case any of you missed it. But as you can see, this whole system is very simple. If you don't have enough room or budget for the big one, and I'm going to show you the big one at the end, this little one is a great way to have some fresh vegetables. Now, when I opened the box up, I couldn't figure out what this was. You'll see before it's over, I finally figure out where it goes. These next sticks, it came with, I think, 4 of these sticks. I don't even know what they're made out of, and I don't know what the intention is for those. I'll show you what I did with it, and you can figure it out what you want to do. There's a little pump already mounted inside. You don't take that out, and it doesn't go out. There's a nozzle on the top. It just it circulates the water and the chemical inside. That's that little piece on the top. All right, so this is it. You can see the wire for the pump sticking up. It's going to plug into the back of the stem after we get to that point. I thought I had a video showing that, but I'm not sure I do. The plug-in for that is on the back of that. So this is the main light holder. You just slide it in. The whole system, I don't think I needed any tools except to cut the tape off the box. So that slides in. And we're going to show you the little instructions. The instructions are pretty good for the most part. Now it's telling us to put that in and then to connect the light system to the light pole. What I like about this is these are LED lights, And you don't just use the standard one color of light. The spectrum is varied, and these indoor hydroponic systems have that under control. So there it is. You just slide that in, slide the light on top. It all connects. You're going to use 3.5, I think that's liters. It's just about a half gallon, 2 quarts. You're going to see I use a 2 quart, which just about fills it. So that's all in there now. There's my 2 quarter. I like this. It's small, but it's very usable and really a great starter system for somebody who's not used to indoor hydroponic gardening yet. So that was 2 quarts. It got almost all of it. I added a tad more when I put it where it was finally going. We get out yield instructions again, which is telling us now to get the fertilizer, the green machine fertilizer. And there's a spoon inside. I was wondering what the measurement was. I'm used to doing things a little differently on the big machine, but this was fine. There was a spoon inside. I edited out all my attempts to get the spoon out, so you actually see me do it in one fell swoop here. And there it is. You're going to use 1 of those scoops. That's it. And it's pointing to 1 scoop. And there's my finger to show you it's 1. We get the 1 scoop out. And you just want to kind of sprinkle it around in the water there. I didn't, but I'm going to stir it up in a little bit. So that's it for the fertilizer part. Like I said, folks, this is really easy. I grab the 4 sticks again and go, my goodness, there must be some reason these sticks are here. So I take one out and I use it to stir the chemicals up just to get them mixed around. In my bigger system, in the iHarvest, the water circulates all through it, so the chemicals really get mixed up well in it. This one doesn't circulate the same way, so I just wanted to give it a little help. Now it's telling us to install the net pots. That's what they're called, net pots, neti pots, and put the seeds in them. You'll see me using more seeds than necessary. I just wanted to get it put together and see how it was going to work. Typically, I'd put 2 seeds. Even small lettuce seeds, I just use 2. That's all I use in the big iHarvest. So we're going to set the top on. And as I set the top on, I'm slowly figuring out what that big cap is for. And I'm going, sizing up the holes and going, this is too big for those holes. What about that? There we go. Well, what that's used for, that's where you fill. Add your fill water. You could add more chemical since it's right there at the pump. That's a good place to put it. So next thing I'm going to do is get the seeds. I wanted to grow herbs, so I did buy some cilantro. I use Country Creek seeds. I also do microgreens. So for the regular seeds, I just had Home Depot seeds that I've been using, and they've worked fine. These are all different lettuces, which I'm growing in my big machine. Again, you'll see at the end of this video. I'm just going to do a real quick showing of it. I'm bringing in some of the stuff that I use on the big iHarvest because all of that can be used with the small one. So we've got the, I'm going to put 2 more, I think I'm putting 2 more seeds in that I'm showing you here. Salad bowl. All these seeds grow well. I recommend getting new seeds every year. So there's the big pack that comes with the iHarvest. And I've ended up buying new chemicals before I ever use them all. So if you have the iHarvest, you can just use it. It's easier to get the scoop out of. Checking your water, which I recommend you do occasionally. If you want it, the pH to go down, use that chemical. That one for up is from General Hydroponics. They have good stuff. This little meter here is a gem. Comes with the iHarvest. And it shows me my particulate level, the amount of fertilizer I've got, and my pH. Simple to use. It's been wonderful. I've had it over 2 years now with no problems. I don't even think I've replaced the battery. And that little squeezer there is for taking the pH up and pH down. You want to use that very lightly. Now what we're getting ready to do is put a couple of seeds in the pods. And I was very impressed. I'm going to show you here in a minute. The cilantro is growing. It came up faster in this than it did in my iHarvest. And I put a couple in there, I think 2 or 3, I can't remember. There's 3 in that one. Again, 2 max. And if anything grows extra, once it gets up out of the seed pod, the neti pod, you just cut it off and just leave 1 growing. So that's it. The water's already in there. You set that in there, and it will soak up the water. The system is too easy, folks. It's too easy. And it will grow. So, and there's a couple little air holes in there to allow the oxygen to come in, go out. So let's see where the video is taking us now. All right, this is the daddy. This is the iHarvest. If you got a spot like we have here, I highly recommend it. There's just my wife and I now. All the kids are grown. We give some of this lettuce away. But once it gets kicking, I should be planting it a week apart and eat, but I don't. I put all the seeds in at once, and look at this. You got basil going there right now. All kinds of leaf lettuce. I've got some arugula at the bottom. I actually put some of that on the bottom because my cat eats it. I have a crazy arugula-eating cat. This is my Uharvest after 5 days. You can see the cilantro is coming up already in a couple of different pods, which is great. I've also got some of the different lettuce growing up right now. So the whole thing has really been exciting for me. I highly recommend one of these if you've never tried indoor gardening before. And that's it, folks.